Country music has become a dominant force, bleeding into pop music's mainstream.
And artists who might not have been previously associated with the genre like Beyonce and Post Malone have recently released country albums.
They've been popular, but their prospects at the Grammys remain uncertain. Beyonce's landmark Cowboy Carter were centered black performers in this music's history and made her the first black woman to hit No. 1 on Billboard Country Albums chart.
Shaboozey's A Bar song Tipsy is the biggest song of the year, having spent more weeks at No. 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 than any other. It combines his twang with the familiar sample of Jay Quan's 2000 for rap hit Tipsy.
This summer, he followed Beyonce to become only the second black artist ever to top Billboard's pop and country singles charts at the same time.
And Post Malone made an effortless transition into the world of country, spending time in Nashville,
playing at the Grand Ole Opry, and dominating the charts with I Had Some Help, his collaboration with Morgan Wallen.
For all the success, will these country newcomers be rewarded when the Grammy Award nominations are announced next week? Here's some key things to know.
What are the Grammy's country categories?
There are 4 main Grammy country music categories: Best Country Album, Best Country Solo Performance, Best Country Duo a Group Performance, and Best Country Song. The latter is awarded to the songwriters.
Each category recognizes 5 nominated works, who submitted in the country categories.
Beyonce, Shaboozey, and Post Malone have been submitted in all 4 of the major country music categories, including Country Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter, Where I've Been, Isn't Where I'm Going, and F1 Trillion, respectively.
They are not guaranteed nominations, though each has submitted in several other categories that honor pop, R&B, and Americana, and are also vying for Best Album, Record, and Song of the Year recognition.
Beyonce's Texas Hold'em has been submitted in the Country Song category. 16 Carriages is up for Country Solo Performance, and in the Country Duo, Group Performance category, Line's Most Wanted, her duet with Miley Cyrus, has been submitted.
In the case of Shaboozey, A Bar song, Tipsy is up for the Country Song and Country Solo Performance categories. My Fault with Noah Cyrus is up for Country Duo Group Performance.
And lastly, for Post Malone, I Had Some Help with Wallen is up for Country Song and Country Duo Group Performance. Yours is his submission in the Country Solo Performance category.
They will likely be up against some of the 2024 Country Music Association Awards Best Country Album nominees, which include Luke Combs' Fathers and Sons, Cody Johnson's Leather, Casey Musgraves' Deeper Well, and Chris Stapleton's Higher,
as well as the other all-stars who've released albums that are eligible for Grammy nomination, Lainey Wilson's Whirlwind among them.
Is Beyonce likely to score a Grammy nomination in country categories? Beyonce received no nominations for Cowboy Carter for the 2024 CMAs, a decision country star Mickey Guyton called dispiriting,
and one that might reflect the ways in which the Nashville country music industry operates. Could the same happen at the Grammys? A lot of times in country music, if you're releasing a country record, you don't need to, but it's beneficial to you to invest in the community and really show yourself in that audience so the community feels an attachment to you, Guyton said.
Nashville is very, it's a club almost, and it's a community. And people feel like they need to know you, and so that was definitely a factor. It still doesn't make it not disappointing. If Beyonce receives a Best Country Album Grammy nomination, she will become the second black artist to do so. Guyton was the first for her 2022 debut. Remember her name.
Country musician Brellan, who is both a CMA and Grammy voter, points to the differences between both award shows.
Nashville in general is a community that, when you come to town, you kind of pay your dues. And I feel like that's the way that the system runs. That's how country radio runs, he explained.
You saw Post Malone really ingratiate himself in the community here in Nashville, which I think contributed to him getting some of those looks. You know, Shaboozey was nominated at the CMAs.
But you also saw him playing CMA Fest and playing a bunch of these country festivals.
In Beyonce's case, her not being here in Nashville probably didn't help her case for getting nominated. He continued. She's done a really great job in helping to change the narrative in country music, and I would be surprised if she wasn't acknowledged in some respect at the Grammys.
Grammy voting members are probably going to be a little bit more receptive to that than people would be on the CMA side.